Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to be doing a stock breakdown on the Cheesecake Factory, ticker symbol CAKE. Definitely one of the better ticker symbols in the stock market, and we're going to be breaking down whether it's time to buy, whether it's time to hold, or whether it's time to sell on the Cheesecake Factory stock. But before we get into that, if you haven't already, and if at any point in this video you do find something you enjoy or find something interesting, go ahead and smash the like button and also subscribe to the channel as we continue our climb to 1,000 subscribers. So I appreciate everyone who does that, and let's get right into it. So as you guys see, Cheesecake Factory is currently trading at about $30 a share, $30.60, down about $1.60 or 1.67% today. The 5 days has remained pretty steady. When you look at other stocks, you see a pretty drastic change downward on these stocks, but obviously this has been pretty steady, and this is also a big stock that Jeremy over at Financial Education has been talking about. He's the one who kind of put me onto this stock, and it's become a really interesting play in my opinion. So let's continue looking at the monthly breakdown. So you see the monthly, it's actually increased over time when some of these bigger companies may have actually decreased, and then the 6 month obviously reaching a low right around here and then continuing the climb up here. I really wish I had bought several shares at $15 a share. I guess it was $14 at one point. And then the year to date, obviously down from its all-time high, but I believe it's going to make that climb back up there. So if you don't know what the Cheesecake Factory is, it's an American restaurant company and distributor of cheesecake based in the United States. The company operates 220 full-service restaurants, 206 under the Cheesecake Factory brand, 13 under the Grand Lux Cafe brand, and 1 under the Rock Sugar Southeast Asian Kitchen brand. So obviously they're in the restaurant business. Obviously they're big. They're known for the desserts. They have different branches. One of the things I do like about them is they've started branching into grocery stores as well. If you go to a Kroger or a Walmart, whatever it may be, you can find not only like their bread, they're known for their bread. You can find like packets of the bread, and then you can also find their ice cream now, which has been a big hit, especially with people around where I live. They go crazy for the ice cream for some reason. I personally haven't tried it, but it is nice to see the company branching out in that. And then obviously you can buy their cheesecake. I believe it's frozen, so you can buy that in the frozen section. So they have those 3 big things, and they may even have more products that they have in the grocery store. So they're really diversifying the portfolio they present in not only the restaurant business, as you guys saw, 200 and something restaurants under the Cheesecake Factory, and I'm sure you guys have probably heard of them. And then they also have 13 Grand Lux Cafe and then 1 Rock Sugar. So they have those different ones. And if you go to a Cheesecake Factory right now, they're going to be busy. They're always busy. So that's definitely a good thing, especially during times like this. So I really like what the business model is for this company. When we check out the financials of it, market cap of 1.3 billion, beta of 1.5, so a little bit more risky than your average investment. 1 year target estimate of $25 a share. Obviously it's at 30 currently. Pardon that noise if you guys could hear that. Someone's thinking it's cool to be drag racing apparently right now. I think that target estimate is way low. Obviously, that's the average of what the analysts are saying, but I think they're way off when it comes to that. You see a 52-week range of 14 to 45, and then obviously the charts back over here. Currently, it's neutral, but the performance outlook is all positive in the short term, mid-term, and long term. This is definitely a very interesting play, and I don't really understand how the analyst's current target price is actually $25. It's currently $30, and then you look at some of the buys and the holds on here. They're all relatively positive. So I think the outlook on this company is much more positive than some people are saying. Let's go ahead and dive into the financials real quick. The balance sheet. If you look at assets, the assets have increased extraordinarily over the course of 2018 to 2019. They've over doubled. I assume that's from like branching out, maybe even acquiring some other things. So that's always good to see. You see a good, obviously the cash flow's gone down, but in 2019, that it went down, but they're probably acquiring some of those things. And then obviously with when everything hit, that certainly affects the free cash flow that they do have. Let's go ahead and look at statistics, see if there's anything there. So you have the market cap that has increased from early 2020 to mid 2020 and then to currently. They're kind of getting back to where they were. I wouldn't be surprised to see it get back to that 2019 range. Late 2019 range here at the end of the year, just because they've been a very successful restaurant chain during all of this that's been going on. Trailing PE of 10 and forward PE of 11. And then you look at the PE ratio. I don't know if it's going to show that here. Let's go back here real quick to find the PE ratio. So it's not even available. I believe it's right around 10. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's right around 10. So obviously it's a fair price. It's even at $30 a share, it's still a very fair price, which is good to see. Obviously, if a company has a PE ratio under 20, or even a forward PE or whatever it is under 20, that's something that catches my eye every time, because it means it's probably a pretty fair price. Then you see some companies trading at like 40 or 50, and then in Tesla's case, trading at 1,000 PE. Obviously, that's not a very attractive point to be buying into something like this. Excuse me. And then you're looking at some other things here. Profit margin, obviously, some of these big numbers have gone down due to everything that has been going on. Return on assets, return on equity has gone down. Quarterly revenue growth has gone down. But that's all to be expected. Total cash at $250. Total debt of $1.74 billion. And then you have the current ratio of 0.85. So not a terrible current ratio. I don't mind seeing a number like that. And in their prime, they actually paid a dividend. Obviously, they're not paying that right now with everything that's been going on. And I know I've said everything that's been going on here a whole lot during this video, but it is true. So obviously, if you buy some of these shares and you get that growth out of them, they may eventually return that dividend, return to paying a dividend. So it's very nice, very good stock in my opinion. Is $30 a little high? Probably. I bought in right around $20, but I think it's probably going to head a little bit higher. Again, this is just my opinion. Obviously, it was around $40 a share, even closer to $45 a share, I believe was the 52-week range. Yeah, 45. Could it get back there? Absolutely. Will it get back there this year? Probably not. So in my personal opinion, I think it's probably a hold right now. If you do have shares of Cheesecake Factory, you're really lucky, because it's a good stock. It's a really interesting stock to own right now. Is it a buy right now? Probably not. It's definitely not a strong buy. If it's anything, it's in between like a buy and a hold. Definitely keep an eye on it. If it goes for some reason back down to $25 per share, then it starts getting really interesting again. It's kind of like Carnival Cruise lines. They've been all over the map, obviously, with everything going on. There we go again. I just said it again. But they keep going up and down. But that's a stock that's going to end up going up in the long run and be successful and make it through all of this. So you really love seeing a restaurant company, restaurant stock doing so well in a time like this. So let me know what you guys think about the Cheesecake Factory in the comment section below. Whether you guys own any shares of it, how many shares, how well it's done for you, whether it's gone up or down, and what you guys think, where you guys think it's headed in the near future, or in the long-term future, 3 to 5 to 10 years. Me personally, I'm pretty bullish in the long run. But like I said, it's probably a hold right now. So really appreciate you guys for checking out this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, happy investing.